Welcome back to the Sunday vlog. I am so excited to do this. Today's Monday. It is Monday, June 29th, 2020. We are not meeting in person yet because of COVID-19. So what we are doing is we are, I've talked about this in a video, but we are pre-recording services during the week on Monday. And then we are premiering them on YouTube and Facebook. So they appear as a live video. I haven't actually served at my home campus where I'm about to pull into here for like almost 6 months. So I'm excited to see my friends that I haven't seen in so long. I've seen Bradford, but otherwise I really haven't seen and interacted with really anybody. So I'm happy to do that. And the reason I haven't actually served at my church for this long is because we're a multi-site church. If you're not familiar with my church, multi-site church, multiple campuses. Each campus has their own worship leader on staff. And so for these recordings, they have used staff in all positions. So it's like a staff band. I used to be on staff at my church, but about 3 years ago, I quit to focus on worship tutorials full time. But recently, New Hope Church, where I serve, has started incorporating volunteers, carefully because of regulations and things. And so I got my number called to serve at church, and I'm so excited. I should also say, here in North Carolina, the regulations have changed recently. We're required to wear masks in public. If we're in church, I don't think we're gonna have to wear masks inside as long as we maintain 6 feet of social distancing. And I'm told they're going to reiterate that today because these new regulations just came out. So it's important to follow these things, so wear your mask. Like I'm doing. I want to introduce you guys to somebody. So you've gotten to interact with a lot of the staff here.
Yes, hi, my name is Bradford. I'm new.
So I can introduce you guys to somebody here. This is, we can't get terribly close, remember, because we got to follow guidelines.
Social distance.
This is Justin Jenkins.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Now Justin stole my job at,
oh my gosh,
at the Garner campus. Justin is at the Garner campus.
G-Town, let's go.
That's my old home campus.
Yep.
When I used to be on staff here a long time ago.
Yeah.
And how long have you been on? You guys came in right as all the craziness started.
Yeah. So we started here beginning of April.
Have you even led a service in person in Garner?
A couple of times when we were interviewing here.
Okay. Oh yeah. But not since you got hired.
Nope.
That is a weird way to start a job at a church as a worship staff guy. So Dave.
So Brian.
I want to talk a little bit about our process of creating content, but also how are we engaging with our congregation when they're not in this room?
Right.
That's what I think is the most important thing that we can be doing.
You know, one of the things we've been talking about is moving from comments to conversation in kind of our language. And so as we've been talking about what that looks like and how we can facilitate that, we've talked about using Facebook more in different ways. And so through the season, one of the things we've been doing is creating Facebook watch parties. So just like you'd step foot in the door at all of our campuses, we now have Facebook watch parties on Sundays for all of our campuses.
Nice.
And people at that campus are able to attend and watch the same worship celebration, but a smaller chat, smaller community.
Nice.
Be able to keep tracking with your people and stuff like that. So that's been really good for our church.
Let us know in the comments what you're doing to create community online with your congregation. Bradford Mitchell, everybody. Bradford, what are you playing through today? Or what guitars are you using, first of all?
Well,
this is the most awkward framing shot ever. Focus on you.
This is what I'm using for the first 3 songs.
That's a Sir Telecaster.
Sir Telecaster. And then our response song is Your Great Name by Todd Dulaney.
Yes.
We're doing it in D flat.
I'm playing all power chords for that.
And I don't do well with flat keys. So I tuned this down, my tone master down a half step, and I'm playing in D.
Okay.
So yes, and then I'm using 2 Kempers.
This pedal board.
And this pedal board.
This pedal board into dual stereoing Kempers. Very good. I'm running Axe Effects. So we're gonna run through the set a few times as like a rehearsal, make sure we got all the stuff down. And then we'll do a Devo, and then we'll do multiple takes. How many takes, Bradford? How many times do we go through the whole thing?
Unless someone sucks.
4 cameras.
Unless I suck, which has been the
norm?
I think.
Well, a new challenger has emerged. When you're doing video versus live, man, I'm sweaty. Your mistakes are so much more apparent. It's so important that you practice and prepare yourself.
All right, let's practice. We go from the last chorus of triple and then go ahead and harmonic.
One of our multi-tracks was in the wrong key. It's a good idea to check those things first. I don't always put this in a Sunday vlog, but every weekend that I've served here, I have noted this happening.
What's that?
This is our grand piano. This is a sign with all caps. Zoom in on you. Please do not put anything on this piano.
What you don't realize is that sleigh bells are exempt from this rule.
There's always
something on this piano.
Like literally right next to the sign. There's 2 of them. There's 2 signs. Please do not put anything on this piano. Brian Fuller, I'm reporting this to you, who is no longer with us here at New Hope Church.
He has no power here.
So Dave, we just finished like running through our songs. So we're gonna do 2 takes where we run how many cameras?
We run 5 cameras.
5 cameras.
Twice.
How many of them are flying?
1 camera is on a jib.
Right.
So not as many cameras.
There's not like a drone flying
Not
around
as many
here. That
cameras
would
are
be,
flying as I
cool.
would like to be flying.
Right, because those shots look awesome.
Yeah. We
So you got 1 on a jib and then 4 camera operators.
Yep, 4 cameras that are grounded. They're no fun. So I'm running the jib naturally.
And we do 2 takes. Do you get like different angles on each take so that you end up with like 10 different angles?
Not really. Both takes are really like, so
the same.
really what we do is at the end of the recording, we pick whatever one we feel the best about. So we want to have a really good usable take from that time through.
Okay.
And occasionally we'll take shots from the
Like
other take.
You'll comp it
if
together.
we don't have good coverage, but most of the time it's from the master take.
So Nick edits the video. How long does it take you to edit the whole service, front to back?
Well, I just stick with worship, so the worship.
Okay,
part,
just the worship. Got it.
With that, between everything, it's about hour and a half to 2 hours per song.
What do you use to edit? You guys use Premiere, don't you?
Yes, we do use Premiere. So
Okay.
None of
I'll
that
bring
Final Cut X stuff. Who does that?
Hey, I'm all about Davinci Resolve.
Oh, are you now? You
All
made
day,
the
every day.
switch, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Except for these Sunday vlog videos I do in Final Cut because it's so much faster.
Nice.
Well, how do you capture the audio?
Audio is captured right off the preamps of our Midas console.
Okay.
And so the biggest thing right now is we don't care what it sounds like in the room. We just want to make sure we got good
get a
audio
good
levels
recording.
coming into the board.
Yeah.
We got a good reference recording too. So want to make sure since audio is being mixed and mastered at the same time as video is being edited, we want to make sure that we're recording in a good board mix. So room doesn't matter,
your
but we want
reference.
something at least that's referencing solos at the right place, things like that. Gives the video guys a feel for the song. So once it's recorded in, we recorded tracks live. We're recording about 48 channels, and then it's brought into Logic and mixed down from there.
Does Stevie do the mix?
Stevie Benz.
Stevie Benz, you've heard his mix before in a few videos. I'll link to him below.
He's pretty good. He's no slouch. And at the end of the message, we're going to go into Your Great Name, which should be a great response to us talking about the names of God. It just makes sense, right? What do we do this like every week?
Jesus, Jesus.
I screwed up 4 times, and I would like you to email me the timestamps when you hear them. I'm just kidding.
One of the things that we've discovered throughout this process is that, you know, if you're just relying on your staff to create that community, you're missing it.
It's hard.
Because there's so many people in your church that serve, that want to serve online. You know, so one of the things we've done that's really helped community is bringing in our world changers that now have nothing to do on the weekend. So getting them a part of the watch parties.
We call our volunteers world changers, by the way. That's what he means.
Yeah. So we've gotten them involved, and they're helping to cultivate that chat and the community. They're reaching out to people. You know, they might message somebody offline if somebody's struggling with something. Basically, most of the places people serve on the weekend at a campus, they also have an opportunity to serve online. So we have people that welcome, you know, like our greeters. We have people who are praying with people, like our prayer team, and they're ready to mobilize and to take on whatever's going on that day.
When I think about church and doing it in the middle of a pandemic when you can't meet in person, I just am like, and New Hope, you guys have put in some serious work.
It's more work to do this. We've never worked harder.
You've developed systems that you didn't have in place, and I would encourage you, if you haven't done that, I would just encourage you to do it. Figure out how you can connect with the people that are in your church.
Yeah.
Because most of them are probably going to be, you can connect to them via Facebook, but like if it's text messaging, I mean, a smaller church, you know, everyone probably, you might have phone numbers and email, just start, you know, anything you can do and do it consistently, not just on Sundays.
For the worship leaders out there, man, I just want to encourage you. What you're doing matters. Even in this season where, you know, I think sometimes it can be really life-giving when we lead worship and we go and we talk to someone and they're like, man, that song really blessed me, or, you know, this has just been a tough season of life and I love this. But right now in this season, we don't really get to hear that or see that. So I want to encourage you and just say that what you're doing, it really does matter. We've heard so many stories of life change just coming out of the season. This morning, actually, we took some time as a staff just to celebrate the life change that's happened. And really, it was, as Bradford said, a shot in the arm, right? It gave us just some encouragement. So just want to encourage you and say, keep at it, man. Keep at it. Give God all the glory, and take some time to celebrate the life change you're seeing.
It's 5 o'clock.
Yep.
And I didn't realize this, but Brad was like, yeah, I got another set to do.
So our pastor graciously gave us July 3rd through 11th off.
Oh.
We have been doing a lot, like running hard. We record most weeks. We practice. We're just exhausted, and our pastor gifted us a week off. So Sundays are still going to happen, but we just recorded this coming Sunday, which, depending on when we're watching this, would be the 5th.
I think so.
The 5th. So that'll be streamed, and and then we're recording the 12th. Because that's our first day back, but we just don't want to have to, like, so it's going to be done.
You don't have time to record.
So they'll show up on Sunday and they'll just press play.
So you guys are doing a whole other set.
It's acoustic though, so it's laid back.
A little more chill.
That's my cue. I got to go.
Brad better get on the stage. There they are. Get up there, Brad.
Bye, Dad.